All right. Good afternoon, everybody, on this blustery spring day. I want to thank Councilman Tandy for coming here today and hosting us. Thank you very much, sir.
Glad to have you.
All right. So as everybody knows, we've talked about how important it is to have lifelong learning in our community every day, and it's just never been more important. Lifelong learners are the only ones that are going to be thriving in the 21st century economy, and obviously lifelong learning, especially for young people, means year-round learning, 365 days a year. Now, it doesn't mean we have to have homework all the time, but it does mean that we need to have the right kind of experiences to stimulate kids. Oftentimes we hear about the educational gap, but the experiential gap is just as important to fill that. Make sure kids are engaged both physically and mentally, even when school isn't in session, because the bottom line is school really only takes up about 20% of a kid's whole year. So that's not enough really to keep ahead. And there's plenty of kids that are busy all the time, others are not. Our goal in the city is to have as much activity as possible and practical for our young leaders. That's what led us to establish our summer cultural pass. That's a program that's just really been received with so much fanfare and success. Last year, 55,000 of our kids were able to experience some of our city's cultural institutions like the Fraser Museum, the Derby Museum, the Kentucky Science Center. It's why we work with JCPS and other partners to focus on providing quality out-of-school time activities for young people as part of that full cradle-to-career program we have, which starts even before the kid is born, goes through all the way through a person's career. But introducing those out-of-school time elements into that is absolutely key. That's why today is an important day for the kids in our community and their parents, because I'm proud to let parents and kids know that throughout the city next week, spring break week, you have options. There are hundreds of safe and stimulating and supervised activities for young people to enjoy during spring break. They're happening all over town, and many of them are free or very low cost. Now, Metro government has a wide range of options for families through Metro parks and community centers like here in Shelby Park. Love our Shelby Park team. Thank you guys for all the good work that you're doing. Way to go. Kids can learn here at Shelby Park kite making, watercolor painting, and also take a photography class. So that's a pretty cool thing to do while your week's off of school. And then Parks Director Seve Ghose is going to have more details on our parks and community centers in a moment so you can get a feel for the whole city. There's going to be a lot going on, and I'm going to run through this here in the next couple minutes. Louisville Metro government will have tables set up at Waterfront Park from 5 to 8 p.m. on April 2nd, 3rd, and 9th, where we will have some of our community organizations sharing information with young people about opportunities they have to connect with positive role models as they look ahead to their future. Obviously, why Waterfront Park? More and more kids are going down there, so we want them to have a variety of activities. On the Saturdays, April 2nd and April 9th, so starting this Saturday and the Saturday after that, LMPD will be passing out information on all of the youth programs that they have. And kids can sign up for jobs through our Summer Works program. We'll have over 2,500 youth employed this summer through Kentuckiana Works. So there'll be lots of opportunities for learning how to go ahead and get ahead on what your summer job can be. Michael Gritton is here with us today, I believe, with running our Summer Works program. We appreciate that. And then also, kids will be able to find out how to get engaged with our Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods. And you're going to be hearing more about that here in a second, as well as our Youth Idea Challenge. Our libraries are going to be going full bore next week. They'll all be open, of course, and have an array of free programs. Jim Blanton is here. Jim Blanford is with us here today. So, Jim, thank you very much for the good work that you're doing. I just see Councilwoman Leet just walked in as well. Thank you for joining us also. Now, the main library is hosting 2 Lego building sessions for kids on April 4th and 7th. And on April 6th, they're showing the Lego movie. So if you're into Legos, this is your lucky week coming up. And then, of course, the zoo, always a great place that fascinates everybody. They'll be open during spring break, as will the Kentucky Science Center, which has a brand new exhibit on the Ohio Rivers Bridges Project, which we just opened up yesterday, and is a really interesting project to understand how our great bridges came together. Our partners at JCPS have a lot of offerings next week. Now, I just understood that a couple hours ago their camps are full. So pay attention to that in case you thought that was an option for you. You better check in and make sure it may not be. And then there's a lot of public, private, and nonprofit organizations offering camps as well next week. JCPS's spring break camps are called Literacy and they connect literacy to character building. So there's literacy and robotics at Rangeland Elementary, or literacy and yoga at Bick Elementary, or literacy and culinary at St. Vincent de Paul. So lots of programs there. They're all free, but they're most likely full, so be sure to check them out. So school may be out, but clearly there's plenty of opportunities to have a great week and still learn, stay engaged, and have fun. Creating a city of lifelong learners is a year-round effort that obviously takes all of us, whether it be government, schools, our nonprofits, community centers, and parents. And I encourage everybody to get with your kids. The main thing we like to remind everybody, whether you're a parent or caregiver, is just know where your child is next week, know who they're hanging out with, and take an interest and get engaged with them. That way we'll have a good, fun, safe week, and I know that's what we all want. Now let's get some more information on our parks programs and community centers, and to do that, our director, Seve Ghose, will enlighten us with more information. Seve.
Thank you, Mayor, for the introduction. We do have a lot of programs planned for the spring break upcoming. The program guide has also been presented. It's been sent out through the media, and I'm holding this up here so you can see it. And there are a whole slew of programs at all our centers. So we have 17 different centers, and including with the addition of Berrytown, where we are increasing our presence, which will be a great thing. We officially move in there on the 11th, but there will be some programming with the Robbie Valentine basketball camp starting next week for a couple of days at Berrytown. So, and that'll be a great presence for us in the northeast section of Jefferson County. So that's a great thing, looking forward for us. And our staff have devised a lot of programs at the other sites, from typical art classes to activities to Lego type classes, just as in the library and so on. And it covers all hours. We also are looking forward to extended hours during the spring break, so that's another good thing to look forward to. So if you have needs from, say, 9 a.m. to about 9 p.m., look at us as the main resource or the source to send your kids to, please. And we look forward to engaging all of you. So with that, I would like to introduce also Rashaad, the director of the Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods, and talk about some of the other programs.
Okay, so it's kind of fortuitous that spring break is coinciding with the National Youth Violence Prevention Week. And to honor National Youth Violence Prevention Week and to incorporate some of that motivation to have that community-wide conversation around youth violence prevention and to elevate youth voices in that context, we want to invite as many community members as possible and as many youth as possible to participate in what the mayor referenced as our Youth Idea Challenge. So the Youth Idea Challenge will be for anyone between the ages of 8 and 18. We're going to do individual and group submissions. And essentially what we're asking our folks to do is to present in some form. It could be spoken word, it could be a song, dance, it could be any type of performance that is expressing what it means to a young person to be involved in youth violence prevention. We have some sub-themes that are related to justice, resolution, forgiveness, community, tolerance. All of these different themes, one or more, can be incorporated into what that performance or presentation may be. So essentially, we would love to have about 100 kids come out to participate in this program, and we really can't do that on our own. So we need our media folks to be helping us to spread the word about the Youth Idea Challenge, but we need folks in the community too to be, are there kids that you can bring in to participate? Are there folks you can reach out to in your neighborhood, in the schools, in the community centers, wherever they may be? How can we get some kids involved to submit a performance so that we can have them there? During this event as well, we're going to release our One Love Louisville Youth Edition plan. So we're going to have an ability to talk some about what that plan is going to entail. It's going to align with our One Love Louisville action plan strategy, but certainly have a focus on youth interventions and how we can keep youth involved at the table. So please get the word out. Our submission date for the event is April 6th. The event itself will be on April 8th at the California Community Center from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. There's going to be food there. We're going to have a DJ. There's going to be prizes. We've had some amazing prizes given for this program. So we're really looking forward to a good turnout. It's going to be a family event. Bring everybody out. We want to ensure that we are communicating as a community, that we're invested in making sure that our youth have an opportunity to have their voices elevated, to have their needs communicated, and to have a platform to be present and for us to continue communicating their importance and our commitment to them. So I'm really looking forward to having this event occur next week and for seeing most of y'all there. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Rashaad. Just a few other folks. I wanted to thank Robbie Valentine back here. Robbie is a great community citizen that is just stepping up and helping out with this basketball camps, and they're always a real favorite amongst our students here. So, Robbie, thank you, buddy. Appreciate your leadership. David Tandy has a few kids. He's got to keep busy during spring break as well. So, Councilman, come on up here and share a few thoughts with us.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to underscore the importance during these times when we're not in school for parents, for grandparents, for aunts, uncles, anybody who's involved with any of our kids around the community, to get them engaged in activities and other learning experiences outside of the classroom. It's critical for them to be able to do that. I'm speaking more from a parent's perspective. It's important that we extend the classroom beyond just the time that they're in school on a school day. But having the opportunity to go to the Kentucky Science Center, for example, and seeing all that goes into when we built the Ohio River Bridges project, that can inspire a young person to become the next engineer of our community, to go to all the other programs that are out there. It'll help them really find who they are as an individual, as a person, and really get them to see the world in a broader perspective. So we want you to definitely take advantage of that. In addition to that, the other thing is, when you're talking about, I'm going to speak to the cost effectiveness of these programs that you'll see from our Metro Parks programs that we have out there. I mean, for those parents who are looking to stretch your dollar, this is a value add to you. To be able to take advantage of some of these programs. So we encourage you to do that. If you have any questions about any of these programs that you've heard about or you'll see about on these news programs, if you can't figure out who to call, always call our respective offices of your council person. For those who live in the 4th District, it's 574-1104, and we'd be more than happy to put you in contact with the right place to go. And I believe also they could call our 211, which is the partnership with the Metro United Way, if you want to find out what services are out there, what programs are out there that you can engage your young people in. You can use that as well. So we want to take advantage of that, and thank everybody up here for all the good work that you do to help make Louisville the great city it possibly can be. Thank y'all so much.
Okay, last thanks is just to our parks team. Really appreciate the increase in programming that we're seeing this year, so hopefully the community will see that. Give us your feedback. Let us know what's working and what else you'd like to have out there. But great job to everybody. Thanks again for hosting us here in beautiful Shelby Park, one of our Olmsted parks and a real jewel in the city. Okay, any questions? All right, that's when we say thanks for coming out. All right, thanks everybody.
This has been a Metro TV production, a public service of Louisville Metro Government.